going through the middle. Number 12, Stefan Boyer in the opposite slot. And it's Nicholas Legoff, number 14, going through the middle. And no surprises as to who the libero will be. It's Jana Grebenikov, number 2. It's a strong team for France. It's a team Kevin T believes can get the job done here, and also no doubt believes can go on and potentially win this inaugural VNL. A team looking to win back-to-back championships, back-to-back World League titles. This is how France are lining up. Boyer in the front row at position 4, Tony Utu starting at 1. And this is how Brazil are lining up. Maurizio is in the back row at 1. And it's Lucas Lowe in the front row at 4. What an atmosphere we have got here. We haven't even played a point yet. The players are ready. The fans are most definitely ready for this one. It's Brazil in the yellow and blue serving. It's France in all blue receiving. It's game 1 for both these teams of the men's FIVB VNL finals here in Lille. Bruno making a good dig. It's still in play. What a rally. And that one's off of Boyer and out. And it's Brazil who take the opening point. Goodness me, what a start to this match.
If they keep up this pace, I think we're all going to be exhausted by the end of the game.
First point on the board for France, courtesy of that unforced error for Maurizio. And that will send Engabet back to the serving line. Well, it is so noisy here, you can't even hear yourself think, and we're only 2 points in.
Engabet was the best ace scorer for the tournament in terms of percentage, but also a high error rate.
France trying to get their middle running. But it is Brazil who get the ball into transition and take the point. That's a nice start for Lucas Lowe. No doubt be a few nerves for him.
I don't know that he started in any big events. It might be his first time, so he'll be happy to have that point on the board.
Douglas has been starting outside hitter for Brazil, number 14, in the absence of Lucarelli and Lippe. But it's Lucas Lowe getting his opportunity. That's a really good pickup from Chile. But it's an error from Engabet as he tries to hit the 50.
It's a really good start for Brazil. Their block and defense is standing perfectly. France have had no chance to score yet.
Draw for France as they take the point.
Brazil would have been better off not blocking the ball that far off the net. Actually ended up making it more difficult for their defense. That's a really great swing.
He's a unique player, Wallace. It's not particularly a style that you'd be teaching anyone new to the game in terms of approach and hitting. He's made it his own, it works. Oh, it won't stay in play. Massive swing from Isaac.
In contrast to Engabet, Wallace has been a much more effective server, even though his ace percentage has been low. His error rate is also really low. He puts a lot of pressure on the other team and keeps it high.
this is an absolutely
On arrive à plus tourner, essayer de trouver des angles. On fixe, venir un peu plus vite, ok? Un peu plus vite, ne cherche pas la hauteur, là, il faut que tu tournes un petit peu, ok? Allez, gars, tranquille, la graisse.
France the favourites for this one coming into it. Huge home support here. Perhaps just a hint of nerves.
They'll have a few nerves, as experienced as they are. Even the best players have nerves when they play in a big event. The Brazilians have come out really focused. As I said a moment ago, their block and defense is staying perfectly right now. Obviously, it'll take a few moments for the French to find a way past, but they will.
Good work from Ingapet, taking that one off of Le Goff. And then getting all the way back to cover. That one's outside of the antenna from there. Brazil will take the point.
Brazil learned a lesson from the previous rally before the timeout where they blocked when they didn't need to. Boy had nothing to look at, so he couldn't get inside the antenna.
France's libero. Oh, what a pickup that is from Tales. This game's definitely got going now.
It certainly has. Tales has made 2 or 3 great defensive plays already. He's a guy that I hadn't heard of or seen before this season, but just playing against him a couple of weeks ago, he looks like he can be one of the top, really top liberos in the world.
France have one of them in your picture just then in Grebenikov. Probably the best in that position. He's able to stop that. Very good swing from Lucas Lowe.
That was a situation just made to destroy middle blockers' hearts. The ball was close to the net. Bruno made a little hand fake. Middle had nowhere to go. Ends up being 1 against 1 on the outside and an easy point. We've had 3 or 4 really great rallies to begin this match, so that's what always gets the crowd fired up, especially a home crowd.
By Bruno. There's nowhere for Tilly to go with that one. Bruno and Rezende shutting him down.
The Brazilian blocking right now is outstanding. They're reading every situation. They've got 2 blocks in front. And Kevin Tilly's out with a grand total of 0 points at this point.
Substituted, Rezende having come in, he hasn't changed the situation. As Brazil taking out the point.
when a team starts so well in block and defense, just making any change can sometimes affect the way the other team is seeing the game. Rossard being left-hander could well do that.
It's one of the few teams with a whole host of left-handers to the outside. And Rossard, the two of them that you don't often see. Only two in the team. That's a really good swing. France to get themselves back into this one.
Rossard also has a great serve.
Free ball here for France. Tries to get Bruno's fingers unsuccessful. A little bit low for Wallace, but he's done really well to get that off the block, keep it in play. And this time Engelbert puts it down. That looked like it was going to be the box ball.
I think that's almost the first time that Toluti's been able to get a single block for one of his hitters. And it took 4 net crosses to do it. Although in the replay, not 100% sure it wasn't supposed to be for the middle blocker.
Thanks to Engelbert for getting in and seeing that one. So the serve again. Bruno, he knew that he was under pressure, that ball going tight to the net.
Both of those guys are really smart players. They knew they had to do something a little bit different. And Engelbert's won that one. But I'm sure we'll see another couple during the course of the day that could easily go the other way.
6-1, beleza? Fecha todo mundo pra cá, fica ligado e pra esquerda aqui pra não pegar no contrapé, tá bom? Falando os 3 o tempo todo. Resta tudo certo, galera, tá? E outra coisa só, bola que toca no bloco, tá? Centraliza bem o passezinho na frente, tá?
Works out there. It's your
Vamos andar, vamos aqui, tá?
In volleyball, where there's no risk of injury or any physical danger, you can really go after your friends in a way that you can't if you're a rugby player.
That's a very good point, not often thought about. I think it's a non-contact sport. You're able to talk to the players through the net, around the celebration, to turn away. It's about your actions, what we can do with the volleyball. Offside serving again.
Even though you're not allowed to talk under the net, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
You'll see, no doubt, plenty of afters, plenty of little looks here and there as players try to put each other in their back pockets, as it were. How's it for Brazil?
French have got this lead or deficit back to something that's maybe manageable. They can get another 2 break points perhaps before the second technical. They'll feel like they have a chance to win the set.
It's a nice pass from Lucas Lowe. Great put away from Engelbert. Brazil ran that ball pretty quick with Lucas Lowe and Maurizio was going. But Brazil held their ground in the block. They got a good touch, got it into transition. And Engelbert does what he does best.
Even then, the block there is pretty good. Engelbert had to work for that point.
They just seemed to get a little too far in front of LaRue.
LaRue is a real all-or-nothing server. He could serve 6 aces in a row. He could just easily serve 2 under the net.
Dig from Lucas Lowe. Maurizio looking for fingers. Did he find them? The referee says no. Maurizio agrees. He's not going to ask Rezende to challenge.
So another great defense from Lucas Lowe. Maybe that set was just a fraction too fast for the transition of Maurizio.
Mauricio that time on the right side of court.
We have a feeling that we'll see that the set dropped a little bit short. He had to step in on the ball, which brought him inside away from the blocker and ends up being an easy point.
Gonzalez. Doesn't care what's in front of him. He always seems to find the solution.
They like to use him a lot in this rotation when he's in position 2. So the block was ready again, but on the second attempt he could squeeze it through.
Stops Brazil going quick. And they're able to get the side out, and that's why we're seeing Lucas Lowe starting this game.
When you have a server who serves as hard as Engapad and Rossard and Wallace on the other side, it's really important how you manage that reception. And if you can keep it high enough, you can still play fast, and Lucas Lowe's able to score.
Scrambling here. Good up from Lucas Satkamp. And it's Wallace who's put down.
I think that one, again, was a little bit too fast in transition. Wallace didn't have any real approach there.
Dolphin with the serve.
That one's fast. He gets on it before the block's able to push over the net. It's really tough to block at that speed.
Brazil have Wallace with a license to really go after the serve. Changes for France to set on the back row. Runs Antoine Brizard into the front row, Jean Patrick.
Brizard also brings a different look for serving. He's one of the top servers in the Polish league last year. Serves with really good variation. Sometimes also in. The French will feel like 16-12 is manageable. It's not a great position for them. But they can feel they can peg one back on every server or one every couple of serves and look after their side out. They can get back to 20-22, and from then it's anybody's game. Just squeeze it inside the antenna. It really was. It looked like it was definitely going out, but it ended up being 2 meters in. So it's great control on the first contact and a really good set.
Using the height to something we see Brazil use an awful lot of, and so far Brazil yet to go to it.
They read it pretty well, but it's so tough to block the pipe if the timing is good. It's a really, really smart play. He delayed it just a fraction. Doesn't get the block at the block point. The block wants to contact it. Just sneaks it out.
Into the front row as Isaac serves. Options here. Oh, what a block! Look off, shots down Lucas. Bruno could have gone anywhere. It was on a plate for him. He decides to go middle. France committing.
Really strong block by Legoff.
Trying to catch up with it.
Almost closer than to the net than some people hit from position 2.
I apologise for those of you who just go, what on earth are you talking about? I thought he said that he didn't. He's put it off the block and out, and they've got a good point, and now it's put over to serve.
Bruno had put the short serve in on Engapet to try to take him out of the play. Got the option that he wanted, but Boyer could still score.
What a set that is. Great shoulder strength. He's tight to the net. He's set the pipe. He's got a free swing for Lucas Lowe.
Surprised they didn't get a double block on that one. That's probably the play they were, exactly the play they were looking for. It's a really good reception from Flores there. It's a strange body position. He ended up making a perfect ball.
So Wallace has that strapping on, but the idea is to why he does put a lot of weight through that leg lines with that hitting style of his on the right side of times.
The Brazilians would have been pretty sure that Engapet was out of the play after that reception, and it turns out they were wrong. Gave the hitters a little bit more time than he did on a couple of transition plays and still put pressure on LaRue. LaRue was nowhere. And then it's an easy block out for Lucas Lowe.
So Bruno knew much about that one. instructions from him. It's fine to take the point.
So a similar style to Wallace. Really standing in on the short ball and getting a sharp cross court.
Bruno did so well just to get something on that top of his reach, and then still Isaac was way above him.
I think the receiver and setter did a great job there. Maurizio to control the net take, and Bruno at full reach to get two hands on the ball. A lot of setters would have just tried to play that with one. He's got two hands on it, and from there, Isaac had the easiest job of everybody, but he's the one who got the point.
Bruno did go to Maurizio off the back of that. Congratulate him for the pass. Lucas Lowe with the set. Maurizio into the front row now. It's a massive front row. He's onto court for Brazil comes the game number 17. So also in William, double substitution for Brazil, just as well as today. Reverse there, double substitution. Stay in play. Oh, fantastic. And Engapeth goes with a volley off the block. So we see Kovacevic do a lot for Serbia.
I want to stand up and clap that rally. It turns out to be a real block out.
So coming back into the set. Oh, that's so unlucky. Engapeth furious with himself.
He had a shot there inside the triple. He could go. He didn't have to take a really big angle. He's only missed out by a really small amount. That's why he's angry with that one. Not just because it was a big point.
Sousa coming in to serve. It's set point for Brazil, but not before France call a timeout.
Still gives the Brazilians time to think about their serve.
D'accord. Ok. Et allez, et on tourne après. On tourne et on va faire chercher les points. Après des
Ice
fois,
the server, so to speak.
Allez, hop là. Ensemble. Allez, gros.
To serve Brazil. He's been made to wait. So puts in the ball. Saves the first set point.
Saves it on a really tough high ball set. To hit that ball from position one is really difficult. He's ended up making it look easy.
Just a little too tough for France in the end. They left it too late. It's Brazil who take the opening set, 25-22.
Brazil went out to the really fast start, had that lead in the beginning. From 10-6, it ended up being more or less point for point. France could only get back one of those 4 points, so the damage was done at the beginning. France are in a much better rhythm now. Engapeth's playing well. Tonyuti's also getting better chances for his hitters. So it'll be interesting how the second set starts.
Fizzled out a little bit for France with that serve into the net. This is the tail of the first set.
Says no aces for Brazil, but especially in that beginning part of the set, they served really well. There was all high ball situations for France, and their block defense, the Brazilian block defense, was able to neutralize the attack. So they had a couple of series even without serving aces.
Both teams have changed ends. Here are the highlights from the first set. There's some information from Hawkeye about the set of contact points over the course of that first set. This is Brazil.
Yeah, you can see how good their reception was. 66% in a really good position against 47% from France. And that's the position where the setter has a chance to play first tempo, which forces the opposing middle to stay in the middle of the court. Anything outside that green circle means that the middle blocker will almost certainly be able to make a double block, and that was what we talked about just before about the Brazilian serve at the beginning of the set, where they got their decisive run.
A very interesting start. Just wondering whether or not Brazil have caught France a bit by surprise after that first set victory.
I don't know that there's too many surprises, but Brazil was certainly a little bit more ready to start the match than France. I don't expect that will hold now.
Second set's underway. Tonucci with the serve for Brazil, for France against Brazil. It's Brazil with the first set, and it's France who take the opening point. No changes for either side. Put away that from the room.
One-on-one situation for Wallace is just such a disaster for the blocker. He really doesn't know where to go. Wallace can bounce it in both directions. It's a very lonely feeling for the blocker.
Nice work, Tonucci. His full reach, finding LaRue. Look at that from Isaac. Even though Isaac jumped early, was coming over, he's still able to stay in there long enough to get a touch off of LaRue. But it is LaRue who takes the point. And Gapeth now to serve. And that was close.
He's close to hitting one of the receivers on the way out, which in FIVB competition you cannot challenge. Period for LaRue. He's got 3 points right at the beginning of the set. And it should put him in a good mood to serve.
Yeah, well, first referee just got a good look at that one. Wallace apologised. Well, it wasn't Wallace, it was the block. It should be the block apologising. It should be okay. There is a reserve referee if needed.
The referee's lost his head cam.
Lucas Lowe to serve for Brazil. gets himself ready. Serve. Oh, what a great side out that's turned out to be for Brazil.
That's a tough one for the French team after they haven't had much success getting the Brazilians off the net after reception. They've got one that's almost an ace. And the guy comes in from position 6 to score against a triple block. Oh.
Rezende got the ball in from that play from Wallace. Didn't get any time to react. No one can get to. That's a really good play. Ngapeth seeing the triple block, knowing that he had that space over in front of Wallace, and Wallace couldn't get there quickly enough.
That's one occasion where it is a good set, and the spiker tips on a good set.
Nice dig from Lucas Lowe. Maurizio with a bit of work to do. Oh, unbelievable! Oh, what a shame it didn't come back over. Incredible defense from France.
Now, Rossard got a really big piece of that, right? In the beginning, I thought it was going to come back into the middle of the court, but there's a couple of great actions from Thales in that rally. The reception, the high ball set, he's having a good game. But the Brazilians haven't been able to apply the same pressure just yet from the service line that they had in the first set.
France with their noses in front in the second set. Lucas knows what he does best. Such a great player. A player that always generally appears to be going deep to 5 or deep to 1 when he goes through the middle. Doesn't try and bury it inside the 3-meter lines where the traditional defenders are waiting.
playing a perfect set. Boy, could not have missed that.
Touch, and it's by Wallace.
It was a good set from Maurizio. He gave Wallace the chance to play block out, but he just overcooked it a little bit, followed through a bit too far.
Some really big serves in the VNL preliminary rounds. So, Sunset recording there's a full serve. Wallace does get that one in. Oh, nice play from Grebenikov. Great blocking from France.
It's the first breakpoint chance for Brazil in this set, more or less. They couldn't quite get it done. It's a really nice block from Boyer to push into the angle there.
Was not going to be troubling. Still Brazil chasing set at the moment, pretty slow for 7. Rinse now into the front row. Gets the better of Isaac.
Block is still finding good positions, but the French are hitting a little bit higher, a little bit earlier, and getting the ball to go out of court instead of straight to the defense.
He's in position 4 for France, only 2 front court hitters for them. Perhaps an advantage here for Brazil with their block defense if they can put pressure on from serve. That's come off Grebenikov. Brazil are taking a point.
I think it was Maurizio who blocked the pipe or got a touch on the pipe from Engapet, where he wouldn't normally be expecting the blocker to be. Turned into a great transition opportunity for Brazil.
There's it once again. Maurizio has to be careful with Tommy as a World 2. No refs to worry about that though. As he doesn't even get the ball in play. 3-point for France. Went up early and just fired it into the goal.
That pipe from Bruno wasn't in a really good spot. Lucas was reaching for it, he couldn't get a clean swing at it. Gave a defensive chance for France and they transitioned really fast. It's a great set for Legoff. To Legoff.
Quality from Bruno and from Engapet. And the rally is still going. Lucas and Maurizio didn't know where the ball had gone. It's France to take the point. It's a mega rally. And it all started with that delightful set from Bruno. Matched by Engapeth with his pickup. Finished off by Boyer.
The difference really is that French get the rebound play, go straight into the net. Engapeth is actually setting that ball. He's not just trying to keep it alive. Gives them a high ball chance to defend on the next one, and then they can speed it up on their side of the net, and Boyer gets to hit a fast ball. So it's really the set from Engapeth and Grossard's readiness to attack that ball that changes the momentum in the rally.
So important, isn't it, for everyone to try and be available to put pressure on the opposition block to create those chances there to either get passing or find the gaps.
If you can attack in any way, whether it's from 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, it forces the other team to defend in a different way. It gives them less opportunities to transition attack. And sometimes you can just win a point.
There's Bruno over on 2, Engapeth. Really unhappy with that because he was keying in on Bruno. That was his responsibility, and Bruno's just got the better of him.
Engapeth will be looking at that as a mano-a-mano battle against Bruno. That's now 1-1.
What a shot from Maurizio. Perhaps helped by the fact he was trying to go over. What an angle.
I don't want to labour the point, but that's the advantage of sitting so close to the net.
And that changes. If you are going to set that close to the net, you're, as a blocking team, someone has gone Brazil's way. Wallace has just shut down Engapeth. That's a great block. If you've got a blocking assignment, cross-court or line, once the ball gets close like that goes out the window, doesn't it? You just want to get your hands on that ball as quickly as you can.
Well, when the ball's close to the net, it really stops the block from being at its strongest point. And the strongest point is when it's extended over the net. The block has to be reaching up. It's really hard for the blockers to actually touch that ball. It's not impossible, as we saw in the previous rally. Wallace blocking Engapeth. But now we see a nice little conversation through the net to get everybody fired up.
Engapeth had been shut down, and then he's gone straight past Wallace, and then continues to stare at him through the net and say, okay, we're good, we won a piece. Lots of individual battles between players going on both sides of the net. Into the second technical timeout. France leading by 2.
First set, it was Brazil who had the 4-point lead to the first technical that they could hold all the way through. In this set, it was France who had a 2-point lead really early on. Brazil haven't been able to make any inroads in that just yet. I wonder if the set will progress the same as the first set. Both teams playing so well, the opportunities for those break points are few and far between.
Bruno finding Lucas. He seems to be able to do that just about from anywhere, any time when he wants to.
It's the advantage of knowing each other well. They're the same age. They've been playing together since they were 14 or 15. They would have made that play thousands and thousands of times in the past.
And they played alongside each other nationally, but also domestically. Went to Italy together and played. That's a great swing from Engapeth.
That was the one that he was angry for missing in the first set.
Sure that one was in. Excellent blocking from France. Lucas Lowe with nowhere to go.
Yeah, they read that pretty well, but he also waited a little bit, and that extra time that he waited gave Boyle a chance to get to that strong blocking position.
A bit of luck for Brazil. Still it's in play, it's not hit the floor, no challenge coming mid-rally. It's Brazil will take the point now. Tilly is going to try and challenge, but as you just said, it is too late. They need to have challenged that in rally.
They have to, in the FIVB rules, they have to challenge that as soon as the action happens.
So that's the challenge requested, but they're not allowed. As it wasn't the last action, as we just said, it's not something that Tilly can challenge. He needs to have challenged it the minute he saw as he fell forward to the floor. Zerba needs to take the point. Lucas back to the serving line. Great swinging affair. We have to be a little bit careful. And it's all kicking off now. It's been brewing up for this.
Not quite sure who was talking to who exactly, in the beginning at least. There was another fantastic set by Tonyudi. He got two hands on that fast ball and set it back instead of just getting something for the first tempo.
The referee calling the captains over, telling them to calm down. With a very good serve. Oh, great pick up from Tonyuti. Oh, goodness me, how did Engelberg get that point?
It's a great example of there's more ways to score than to spike. The set was way too far in front, he had no chance to spike it. But by going up for a tip, the block went high, he only had to push it close to the net.
Gets ready to rip another jump serve. And they're not feeling the full force of it.
He's certainly fired up right now.
Just interesting, wasn't it? Good friends off the court, but certainly no love lost on the court when Bruno and Engelberg squared up earlier on. Now Wallace with the serve for Brazil. He's thrown that a long way in. He's got it in play and he's got the overpass. Unfortunately, though, he's hit the antenna with his spike.
First breakpoint chance Brazil have created for a long time. They'd be pretty disappointed that they couldn't score that. That might be the set going just there.
But Brazil have called for a challenge. And maybe they feel that the ball... Well, it seems the most strange thing, Brazil calling, they're checking to see whether it did hit the antenna. Well, it nearly broke the antenna, so quite clearly did hit it, quite clearly is a fault.
We call that one in the business a timeout challenge. So we do have one timeout left.
Giroud with that serve, and it's Sousa who puts the ball on the floor. Sousa who's come in for Isaac. Douglas also on court now for Brazil. Lots of changes going on. William also in. Evandro also in. The feeling. The two things are that Argentina's given the setup. He really believes that these changes are going to make a difference. Lovely put away. Sousa jumping in the middle, one-on-one outside. France take the point.
In the case of the double sub for Brazil, it's something that they've done for many years now. They do it without fail every set. That's
a great swing. Souza with his first meaningful swing at the net, hammering this one down.
Yeah, the set is pushed past the middle blocker, so he ends up with a free court to just destroy the ball.
Side out. France creeping closer to leveling this matchup at 1 set all.
The block was reaching too high. So Boy was able to get low into the seam and into the middle of the court where there's no defense. And may well have caught a piece of Maurizio.
Vai ter que acertar essa marcação aqui. Eu acho que ele não tá dando na primeira.
Mas eu acho que a gente tá querendo ir na altura. Deixa ele dar por cima, só fecha o ângulozinho dele ali, deixa eu bater nela.
Ele dá para ela pra diagonal.
É, ele não vai, ele vai dar um por cima, vai dar 3 no bloco.
Que não pode é chegar ali, tá? E querer buscar. Não busca, para, velho.
Para de tirar,
With the serve for France, they're 2 away from taking this set. Fantastic play. Brilliant play from France.
With the left-handed play, Maurizio hits more or less first tempo outside and then the actual first tempo in transition. And again, Legoff making their point.
Set point for Brazil.
It's a bit of a letdown after that previous round.
With the serve for Brazil. 4 set point chances now for France. And they get it done. Wallace is put down and Gapeth and Legoff combine to get the point. France take the set 25-20. It's 1 set all. It is most definitely game on.
It's a little bit confusion there on the Brazilian side with no setter on the court. The set ends up being a little bit too wide. Not much chance for Wallace to do anything with that.
So he delighted his team back in the game. The fans ecstatic. As the game is levelled at 1 set apiece. There's a tail in that second set. No aces. France making 3 blocks. Equal in errors. That's ex-striking Brazil.
Still no aces, but that doesn't tell the tale of the serving. Brazil weren't able to get the same effect with their serve as the first set. France were able to get a little bit more with theirs, and that's the turnaround right there.
You hear the highlights from the set. set. More options available to them than they had in the first, and much better percentage as well for them than they had in the first set. To get underway. Souza is keeping his place on court for Brazil. The only change for France is the fact that Tilly, who was substituted out in the first set, has yet to come back onto court. Rossard keeping his place as the outside hitter. Maurizio to serve for Brazil. Nicely down on the pipe for France.
Once they have good reception, Tonyudi can really control the tempo of the game.
Great block from Leroux to shut down Lucas.
Body language from Lucas after that wasn't so good. He wasn't expecting that block to be there.
Excellent swing from Boyer. He was the only real option for France, even though Engelbeth was doing his absolute best to be an option out wide. That's a great swing from him. Try as they might though, France really find it difficult to shut Wallace down on the cross court.
Really tough for the middles to stop and get their hands over the net on that ball. It's so fast.
Good lead by Grebenikov. Just a continuation block this time from France, and now they might have an opportunity. Well, it's wasted. It's a net touch by Leroux. Just when it looked like they got a handle on what Wallace was doing. Wallace back to the serving line. Really good reactions from Lucas Lowe.
That's something that we see a lot more now, is players willing to hit or attack rather than second contact. And we can see how effective it's there. It can be right there.
It's certainly been a feature of Brazil's play in the preliminary rounds. If they get a free ball over and can hit on the second, they will look to do that. Wonderful pick-up by Grebenikov. It is Boyer frustrating France, frustrating Brazil once again, but all off the back of a magnificent pick-up by Grebenikov.
It was a really good block to start that rally. They got the perfect transition that they wanted to have through the pipe from Maurizio, but Grebenikov was up to the challenge.
Well picked up. Brazil come knocking again. If you're going to get a touch on that. Massive block, Souza. comes up with the point for Brazil.
I think Brazil really needed an emphatic point somehow to give themselves a little bit of momentum. They really struggled to side out the last little period. So they'll be happy to have an easy point, even if it was the end of a long rally. They're still well in this set though, obviously.
Playing his volleyball in Turkey for Earvin. Majority of the Brazilian team play their volleyball in Brazil. That's been frustrating himself with that serve. Travel, and Brazil, a well-disciplined blocker in front of Boyer.
He's seen two blockers in front of him. He's thought that he has to go for a bigger angle and dragged it into the net as a result.
Nice play, Rossard working the block.
Brazilian defense will be thinking right now they needed to be a little bit more on that side of the court with Bruno in the front row. Maybe that's a breakdown there.
Huge hit from Lucas.
Lucas and Bruno sharing some opinions between themselves there.
Good view from the net cam. Rubenikov beaten. An excellent serve.
That's a real captain's play by Bruno. They wouldn't normally want to go after Rubenikov on the float serve, although the French are receiving with two. Rossard's not receiving the float serve, so there is some open court there. But still, to take on one of the top liberos in the world and serve an ace on him is a real leader's play for Bruno. We'll see if that can give them a little bit more momentum leading into the next second technical timeout.
Some actions from the new cameras we have here at the finals, giving us some super slow-mo of the players hitting through the outside.
It's a really nice view. I haven't seen that view before.
Ready to serve again. Brazil edged in front in this third set. Oh, good pick up. Free ball for France. Boyer this time gets it off the block anyway. You could see that serving target for Bruno, not only trying to make it difficult for Rubenikov, but also for Boyer to come around him and have the first swing. But at the second chance, with a free ball, no bother at all.
I don't know that there was anything wrong with Boyer's first swing. It was great defense by Bruno. But getting it behind the set is really often a good option.
Nice play. Well, France think it's in. The referee agrees with France. It's going to be up to Brazil now to challenge. The line judge gave it as out. Fans on their feet. France celebrating. No challenge coming from Brazil.
Even from this vantage point, it looked pretty clearly in.
And from the slow-mo. Nice work from Maurizio, just changing it up. It's an ace serve for Brazil. Maurizio ripping it in the channel between the two passes.
Brazil is still having problems siding out, but they've been able to lift the service pressure. Two aces has got them a slim lead.
No trouble here for France. Free ball. Well, it's not even there. Boyer trying to finish it off. Brazil get themselves another point.
That's a great blocking play by Brazil, especially when the spiker is hitting from the back row. If he doesn't see the block, it's really hard for him to get the orientation on the court, and you often see them hit that ball into the net while they're looking for the block.
Maurizio not deep enough at 6 to chase that one down. France get their side out.
Lucas is really frustrated with lots of things right now. He made a pretty good position, but Engapet still scored without any trouble.
To vent some of that frustration, Lucas, as he puts the ball away through the middle. Bruno going up to him saying, well done, mate, well done, good job.
Everything in this team goes through Bruno.
Nicely, quick to make his decision.
Lucas was hoping that one was in. He wanted his coach to challenge it, but it would have been a bad challenge.
Brazil side, the referee picking up straight away.
It's really hard to adjudicate that call, but from this angle it was easy, and that the French didn't complain at all. Shows just how far over it was. The fact that Tognuti didn't try to play with two hands was a pretty good indication too.
The team's just going off the ball a little bit with their serving at the moment. Liniel has come into the action now for France. Number 8, another left-hander, attacking on the left side of the court.
He's a left-hander like Rossard, but he has some different characteristics, so the block will have to change a little bit in response.
It's always a tricky one for a left-hander to have to deal with. That particular ball, he's got to come around and back in, and doesn't have a really good angle as perhaps a right-hander might have done, but it's a great block from Sousa nonetheless.
He was probably going for the right hand of the middle there next to Bruno, but he didn't quite get it.
Brilliant block out from Wallace.
That set was really close to the net. I don't know that Wallace really had a lot of control over that, other than to hit where he thinks the edge of the block is going to be. And if you take that swing with conviction, very often, as in just then, you can make your point.
Not only did he do well to get that block out, but also stay on his side of the net. The broad jumps of these players is phenomenal. Into the second technical. Brazil in front.
Yeah, they've been able to lift their service pressure, put the French under a bit more pressure in their side out, and they had a couple of really good transition opportunities. So we'll see what the crowd does in the next 5 minutes to lift the French again.
Leading by 4. Steps up. That's the goal for France.
Even from this angle, you can see the Brazilian blockers moving their arms all over the place, trying to get a piece of forehand. Especially the middle blocker there.
On the pop on the way out. Go and challenge that. And the pop did very well to get out of the way.
Live, I have to agree with you, but the replay doesn't seem to back that up.
Just a little bit of a matrix move in the pop to avoid that one. Go in there with the serve. He's got a glimpse of Chinese not playing. A slight injury. Sousa, fully fit, functional, pounding that one through the middle.
He's made a difference since he's come on. He's given them a presence in their first tempo. Got a couple of really big blocks, real statement makers.
Bruno here, or past Bruno. He's had to take a little bit of speed off that shot to get it past the block, but the defender still couldn't get it.
It's been given us in. Brazil think it's out. We're going to have a challenge. Mauricio quite keen to let them know it is out. Through the net.
Brazilians seem sure, but an in call on that one is hardly ever overruled.
Just having a picture. Lucas just going over to the imaginary ball mark and showing how it's out. But you can understand if we were playing on the sand, there'd be a ball mark.
There you go.
That's where he was pointing. There must have been the indentation left in the curve floor.
I didn't think pointing to the ball mark would have much influence over the video referee, but turns out that it does.
Brazil it is who take the point. Bruno with the serve.
first pipe they've got for a while. They've taken Lucas out of the float serve reception to give him a better swing at that. But France have actually defended a couple of those really well.
Interesting end coming up now to this set. France chasing, Brazil staying in front. Brazil doing enough at the moment. Their side-out game seems to be holding firm.
It does. They've been able to establish the first tempo again. Bruno's really been working with Lucas, talking with him to keep him in the game, and it's paid off. Timing on that was all over the place. He ran about a second too early. He stopped, then he jumped. The change in timing probably put the block out of the play just slightly, and he can turn in the air and hit that down the line like nobody.
But it's not. It's absolutely perfect. And Tomiuti sends it behind to Boyer, who does the rest.
The Brazilians went for the trick play on the overpass. The middle blockers sent it straight out to position 4, but a team that trains every day with Engapets can't be surprised by trick plays too easily.
It's a good pass from Tales after that ball to clip the net. And wonderful blocking though from France. They were reaching way across.
Ball's just didn't quite make it to the outside. Lucas Lowe had no chance to swing at it. The cover will be disappointed they didn't get it.
Watch Boyer saw it all the way to send it down. Timeout call. They're only one ahead now. Feeling a little bit nervous.
Ligada essa caixinha angulada.
Most of the set. France have a chance to even it up here, which would give them a lot of confidence that they can win the set.
To serve for France. It's an excellent serve. Oh, goodness me, what an opportunity wasted by Le Goff. Oh, no, and there's problems here for Maurizio.
I didn't see what happened there.
Well, we were all watching Le Goff hit the ball out. Maurizio looks to be in some discomfort.
He's holding his right knee, the knee with the brace on it.
Well, this will be a worry for Brazil. Douglas is the natural choice to replace him, number 14. He's busy getting warmed up. Just goes to, oh, there it goes. Tried to take the court. You could see as he just put his weight through his right leg, he jarred it. Oh, and his knee, you can see. That doesn't look nice, but it does look a little bit like he's damaged that ACL. Similar injury happens for the USA. for McDonald. He went to hit a ball and through the outside, landed awkwardly, straight leg landed on his left leg, and you could see similar thing, just moved and went out. He went out of the game. It's in the Hoffman Estates earlier on. Actually, my play, yes, it was Jeschke who did his knee. McDonald then came in. But a similar thing in there. Well, Maurizio taken off. Fortunately, he's got that strapping on, and that knee brace he's got on does have some strapping around the side to protect that lateral movement. Could have been a lot worse, potentially. He's just showing where it is. So he's out. Douglas is in.
That'll really change the way that Brazilians will have to set up, because he's been taking a big part of the court in reception. Lucas Lowe's been focusing only on attack. Now they'll have to probably change that a little bit with the guy coming straight in off the bench.
We just saw the pictures of Chinanese, who's already got strapping on and some ice on his ankle. Has not started this game. Maurizio goes off for Brazil, and it's an error from Liniel. Firmino didn't get a ball off the block. It looks like Brazil are going to go on to take this set. There's a timeout's been called as that went through Bruno's arms.
Allez, on passe.
Allez, oh! Les gars, jusqu'au bout, on peut! Allez, oh!
On l'a fait tout à l'heure. Die.
Words of encouragement from Tilly, just telling the guys that they can do this, that they can get back into this set. Is certainly getting the crowd going. Just low with the serve. Put away from the Goff. Free swing. Yeah. Great swing from Evandro.
Evandro's the second opposite in this team, but in his club life he plays for Santa Cruzeiro. So he's got lots of experience playing in big games under a lot of pressure.
Showed absolutely no sign of pressure, putting that one away. It's set point now for Brazil. Souza with the serve. Oh, it's a great serve, he's just acing it there. Brazil take the set 25-21, and they lead by 2 sets to 1.
Brazil really picked up the pace in that set. From the body language, from the energy in the stadium, it looked in the first part of the set that they were out of it and that France had a chance to really run away with it, but they hung tough. They got a couple of aces that they hadn't had in the first 2 sets. Really changed the momentum. Here we go, there's 3 aces, counting the one at the end. And the French weren't able to respond right away. So they have a chance to regroup and start all over again, but Brazil will have to do that too without Maurizio, who's a keystone of their game.
Interesting to see whether or not France do anything with their serving, how they change, what they're doing with that respect. And you perhaps would feel that perhaps going in the channels between Douglas, between Lucas, could have issues for Brazil. We'll see how their communication holds up.
It seemed that Brazil were taking Lucas Lowe out of the reception and trying to get him involved with the pipe, which they did.
Brazil in a great position, but they are now definitely under strength with their starting players for this set. Ezio has left the stadium, has gone to the dressing room to receive some treatment. Douglas, I think like Lucas Lowe, okay, guys that don't play a lot, but Douglas has already got, he's got an Olympic gold medal. He's been with this team for a long time, although he's not been a starter. He's certainly a player that's come in, and he's had a very good preliminary round for Brazil. Now he has to step up and deliver.
Offside is back on for the start again.
Away we go with the full set. France serving, Brazil leading 2-1. And Brazil putting that ball away. Wallace again with a ridiculous angle. As you mentioned earlier on, it's so difficult to block because actually, as blockers, you're picking up the attacking run of the guy coming in, and you see Wallace's attack run, but it's nothing to where he actually hits the ball half the time.
No, and because of the way that he jumps, it's also his arm is not exactly where his body is, and there's a whole lot of things going on that make it tough.
Nice block out from Boyer.
While Wallace is doing his thing, Boyer's quietly hitting his, whatever it is, 60%.
Half volley is not allowed.
There we saw some indication of what they might do, how the Brazilians would change their reception. We saw there Lucas Lowe receiving just with the libero and Douglas being available for the pipe.
Great lead by Grebenikov. Record against Grebenikov, that one really just did stick in his arms.
Yeah, Souza was on that really fast. I won't say he had no chance, but that's a tough one to do.
Tough one for Bruno. As he gets tooled, has to forget that now, organise his offence.
Interesting choice by Brazil to serve their floats there to the libero in their rotation.
Souza. Really unhappy. Out of the shot, Souza walking off, very unhappy with himself and the margin of the miss.
It's a really big difference between the float servers in this game and in the Russia-Poland game that we saw earlier.
As we didn't see that game. After this one's finished. It's a blockout for France.
Brazil have their defence now set up behind Bruno, but it wasn't enough on that occasion.
The rule now for France. Caught the player on the way out. Lovely pipe attack. The speed is incredible. Lovely pass. Oh, well watched by Douglas. And now it's France under a bit of pressure here. Oh, goodness me. Engapeth watching, saw Kremenikov move and then didn't go after it when it went past the libero for France.
That's a classic Bruno Lucas play in transition, position 4 blocker for France. Doesn't get back to help where he normally would be after serve reception. And really, Kremenikov should have dug it, but the speed of the transition makes it difficult.
Douglas now, his first serve of the match. Chance here for France. Yahoo, Doug. Perhaps a better opportunity now. Oh, what a pickup! Oh, the rally's still going. Not any longer though. Engapeth brings the fans to their feet as he hammers that one away. It's a mega rally.
That is a mega rally. Great play by both teams.
Run out of superlatives at times. Just incredible.
That's just a great hit by Engapeth to finish it off.
I think that's a runner rank for Kremenikov to get in there and still have the swing, beat the block. Just incredible volleyball. France now have the lead. Same with the serve.
The lesson from the last rally is that anything in the middle of the court, if it's high enough, these guys have a chance to swing at it. If they have a chance to swing, they have a chance to make a point.
Oh, that nearly caught Boyer. Bit of dodgeball going on. Did catch Boyer? Well, in fact, it's been given as in. Well, it was all going on. Almost a game of dodgeball. Boyer got out of the way of it. And France are challenging the decision as to whether or not that was in.
The referee was pretty certain to call that one in from his position. It's not one that they would normally overrule unless they were really, really sure.
Well, if this challenge has been refused, it's because the referee believes this has hit Boyer. Didn't hit Boyer. So in fact the challenge is going to be coming and the ball his miles. Well, we have a decision. France have the point. We're into the technical timeout. Brazil are unhappy.
I would like to see that one again because I'm not sure that it didn't hit the French player.
Boyer was leaping like a cat on a hot tin roof to try and get out of the way of it.
Right now, a little bit of the emotions gone out of it. It's pretty late at night here in Lille. The first team that can bring a little bit of emotion into the game, I think, could well finish the set and the match.
Fair to say when you've got players of this ability, of this physical ability and technical level, that mental toughness can be the deciding factor at times.
I think with these guys, mental toughness is a given. What happens in the end is that the teams are so evenly matched that if a team drops from 99% of their level to 96, it's really noticeable on the court. Because when we say that they're playing bad or they've dropped their level or they look like they're out of it, they're not actually playing bad. They're just playing at maybe, as I said, 94 or 96 instead of the 98, 99 that we're accustomed to seeing.
Ellis now with the serve, point gifted to Brazil with the net touch by Leroux. And the pair gets it past Bruno.
It's a great serve from Tonyuti. It's a great read from Grebenikov to get that serve into a decent position. Tonyuti pushed it out long distance.
Just got a glimpse. Maurizio's back on. He's got some heavy strapping, so a lot of ice around his knee. But he's back onto the court and watching the rest of this match. Will not be risk, no doubt. So we'll get it properly assessed as we see this one again. It's a challenge coming from Brazil. So they thought that was in. Doesn't go Brazil's way. He's done well since coming in. It's the sorry state for Maurizio at the moment. Iced up, taking no further part in this match. But Douglas stepping in and doing a great job for him. Nice play from Leroux.
Brazilians took the risk in block on that play. They were pretty sure that the ball would go to Engaped in position 2, so they left Bruno against the first tempo. You need to wake up a bit earlier to fool Tonyuti. Both of those attacks, it looked like he was reaching out to get a piece of that ball or to hit the angle. Perhaps he's going for a bigger angle there than he really needs to. He has a big hole in the block. But under pressure, he's trying to do a little bit too much.
It's interesting when you see him in the super slow-mo and you watch him talk about his actions being a little bit unruly and ungainly. Also, doesn't look to get his hand and wrap it through the ball. He just clamps his hand straight through the ball. And that one particularly, with no spin on him at all as it went up.
The spin is more about where on the ball that you hit rather than any action that you make with your hand or wrist after the contact.
It's looking to be more aggressive as they look to keep this lead and extend it if they can. They've got a chance here. And they've taken it. Lovely play from Russell.
Really forcing the pipe since about halfway through the third set. It hasn't really worked out for them always. And that was probably not a good choice by Bruno to set that ball. That option.
Andro and William setting the back row for Brazil. Something we see teams doing a lot of where they've got the opportunity to do it. Settle in the back row, 3 front court attackers for 6 rotations plus. Lovely play from Boyer. The fans go crazy. Here comes the boom ringing out around the stadium. We see it in slow motion. Leroux now for France. Off looking round, wondering where it had gone. A great pipe attack.
That was in a better rhythm than the last couple with Bruno.
William, very much like Bruno, likes to have a little look through the net as the ball comes into him to see what's going on before making his mind up on where to set. Almost by Grebenikov, but not quite. Lucas apologising to Grebenikov. He'll be saying, well, that didn't bother me. So I didn't dig it, that bothered me.
It's a really nice transition move. If the first tempo can get on it that fast, it's really tough to defend, and Lucas has a club of an arm.
Andro now for Brazil. Set from Tony Uti. And then France, at the second time of asking, put the ball away. That looked really easy.
See William in the front row that often in this double sub situation. Imagine that Rossard could get this next ball.
What a chance here for France. And this time it goes over the top of William. Williams let him touch it. Rossard's made an error. And Tony Uti took some real time and care to give him that high ball so he could just go over the top of him. Oh, that's right off the head of Rossard, but he's all right to carry on.
Pretty good chance to score there.
Into the second technical timeout. It is, have the lead.
The spike against the little blocker isn't always the advantage that you think that it'll be. What you'll often see is that the spikers will just think, okay, I have the little blocker in front of me, I can do whatever I want. And little guys are really often actually good blockers. They make good position, they don't move their hands around like so-called better blockers do. Or what the case was in a couple here is that they're focused on, well, I have to hit line, I have to hit line, I have to hit line, and maybe don't take what's actually ends up being the best shot in the situation.
As we're having a look at some of the super slow-mo. French anthem is ringing out once again here in the stadium. Still going on as the players are playing the rally. Well, it's Brazil who score the point, and the crowd's still going on.
A really nice set from William on that free ball situation. He had a hand fake to get the middle off the ground, and then the opposite could score. That's one block.
What a block for William. You were just talking about the small blockers being the smart blockers. William almost doing a lap of honour there as he's put down Engapeth. Fantastic. No second chance there for William. Engapeth makes sure of that.
That one straight over the top.
Tony Utiawara, that goes back to Engapeth. He re-establishes himself from the outside.
Well, that brings us basically back on serve. So Brazil have one more side out. William goes to the back row.
Nice work in the chase by William. Great play from Engapeth with the improvisation. Kept the straight hand, William. Engapeth going with his non-dominant hand. Off serve. Massive swing from Evandro.
Completely different kind of player to Wallace.
Really good play, Tony Uti sending that one out to Boyer.
He delayed the set just long enough that the middle had to stay in the middle, and that little space is enough to open up the whole court for Boyer.
Frustration for the Rugs. He kept his hands in the air and he got a piece of the ball, but France unable to get it into transition.
The defenders were all moving backwards, expecting the hard ball or the high ball off the block. Just drops on the 3-meter line.
Oh, that was nice. It's not often Tony Uti stays on the floor to make a set.
It's not often he sets for position 4 when in that rotation.
Well, they get it past Evandro with ease.
The middle blocker was definitely not expecting that one.
Still, anyone set for the taking here. Big front row for Brazil with Evandro and Lucas Douglas in there. Front court options for France inside out. Not needed.
going for a little bit too much on that. There's a bit of emotion on the Brazilian bench. They see themselves close to taking this match.
Oh, that was a chance. If Andre doesn't find the court.
The French block stayed down. Made it really hard for the spiker to see where the court is. And he's just hit it just out. That ball is really tough ball for the hitter. And often the blockers help them when they block.
Is that because it gives them the perspective then of what's immediately in front of them to work out what's behind them?
When the ball's coming, especially from behind, the spiker's looking out. He has no vision of where the net is or where the court is. When the block comes, the block is another 60, 80, 1 metre above the net. It gets into the view of the spiker, so then he knows where the court is, he can play a shot.
Wallace has been quiet in this set. This is his best moments. Brazil would like to get him involved, but he can't, especially if he's not on court. And that's an ace for Leroux. What a time to get that! Straight into the corridor of uncertainty, into that panic channel. A clean ace. No one getting near this one. Very nice. Tane's putting that one on a plate for William. He could go anywhere he wanted with it.
Really, that was great control by Taylor on a serve like that. And Douglas was really flying there to score that.
William goes off. Wallace comes into the front row to block. If Andrew's going to go back to serve, no recognised setter on court here for Brazil.
Earlier in the match, they missed an opportunity because nobody was ready to set.
Lucas and Tars into the area. Oh, they don't now. Evandro going too big. Bruno will come in. And it is set point here for France.
It's definitely one way to solve the problem of who should set in transition.
Going for glory. France with chances to get it done from side out here and send this game into a deciding set.
Adair comes on to serve for Douglas. He has a pretty strong jump serve.
Is he up to game speed? It's the first time on court for Big Red Adair. France are scrambling here, and it's a massive block from Brazil. Goodness me, well, it looked like that ball wasn't going to make it in court to start with.
That block was very, very far over the net.
That's what goes down with interest.
Oh, yeah.
While we're watching the replay, it's a full time, surprisingly.
Avant des passes tranquilles, il faut être vraiment très serein, les gars. Vraiment très serein, ok? On va au soutien, on va chercher, on ne réfléchit pas. On fait pas de
as usual, outstanding, unpredictable. 21 points so far in the game. Just about every position on court. He hasn't done, he's had a cricket though. Set goes to France, 25-22. It's 2-all, and that means we're heading into a decider.
So it's going to be really interesting to see. pretty impressive crowd behind them. As we always say, it's another 12 minutes to go. You only have to pull yourself up for 12 more minutes.
This now then a race to 15 to see who will take this match. Captains with the first referee. And it's going to be France receiving. Brazil will serve to get the 5th set underway. Brazil with 11 errors in that last set. Will certainly help France's cause. Taking a few moments ago when we were looking at the statistics. There's no technical timeouts in the deciding set. And once the team gets to 8 points, the teams will change ends. The coaches still have 2 timeouts, they still have 2 challenges. They still have to win by 2 clear points.
Really far.
Just exactly that. It's just brilliant, isn't it? Such great support. And here are the highlights from the last. 5th set, about to get underway. Anyone's for the taking, but Brazil, perhaps with a slight disadvantage. The injury to Maurizio, one of their very influential outside hitters. It's perhaps their understrength in that area in serve-receive. Wing spiking, but Lucas Lowe's played fantastically well, and Douglas, since coming on court, has done well also. Bruno with the serve. 5th set underway. Oh, it's a great start here, but that's a chance for France. Lovely pick up that by Lucas Lowe. Douglas with work to do. Well, this is just like the first point of the match. An incredible rally. Finished off by Engapeth with an incredible spike.
You're exactly right. That's exactly how the first set started off with a really long rally. Great action from both sides. But it could be a telling point that Engapeth scored the first point of the set.
With the serve for France. Nice finish from Douglas. Both teams are matched up evenly. It was Bruno starting at 1, the setter. Tonucci went back to position 1. Both players in the back row, both teams with 3 front court attackers. It's Douglas with the serve for Brazil. Covering by Rossard. Nice play. Oh, Lucas with a little bit of afters through the net as Engapeth missed that one on the sideline. Just letting.
This is the rotation where they sent a lot to Engapeth. They read the first one, made him hit a second one, and Lucas took his hands away to stop the block out.
He just couldn't get his weight forward quickly enough to get under the ball. And it's France who take the point.
And that ball, when it hits the block, it adds a lot of extra spin on it, and it often dips in front of the defender, who looks like he should get it, but it's out of his reach.
Back to the serving line. Up in the level. It is world-class volleyball. Wallace delivering the point for Brazil.
Another tough reception from Tales on a spinning serve. just threads the needle.
Lucas with the serve now for Brazil.
Really been a two-man show for France in this match. Angaped and Boyer have been hitting the majority of the balls. They both have over 20 points. Nobody else has more than 7.
Just as we talk about the outsides, the power hitters, the golf pops up through the middle. Tom Newton finding it brilliantly.
First tempo a little bit further. Good choice by Tom Newton.
Covering by Tales. Still in play. Not anymore. France take the point. France edge in front.
It's fun to watch those joust balls where the timing and strength are all part of it. You can get 2 or 3 in one rally. It's even more fun.
Not to be for Boyer from the serving line. Lucas goes back for Brazil. Brazil picking on the front court swing hitter for France in the form of Brassard, but it's a great ball in from him that allows Tom Newton to go to the middle. Oh, he's served Brassard! Well, he's had an exceptional game. He's been really consistent from the serving line for France. It was something like you mentioned at the beginning of this match when he came in for Tilly, what a good server he is, and he's just come up with a beauty.
He's a guy who can hit at a consistently high speed. When we played against them earlier in the season, it was every serve over 105.
Just wrapping it off of Tom Newton's hands. Brazil have their side out. But France in a good position here.
France have they side out here. They have the 2-point break at the change. That gives them a pretty nice advantage on the change events. Assuming they side out here.
Souza, it is to serve. He's not had a good serving line of late in this match. It is who gets the ball off the block and away. The teams will change ends. It's France leading 8-6. It's race to 15.
He's done a really nice job in this set on good reception. That's definitely the first part that Rossard's hit, and I think the first part they carried all for a couple of sets. They've set some first tempo, 9 playing with Angaped and Boyer, who have been their top point scorers up to now.
Great play as well from Rossard, because time after time he's had to make that run and not get the ball. And at no point has he decided, well, I'm not going to get it. He has done. France had the lead. They got the serve. Trouble for Brazil as Tales and Douglas got caught up, and Bruno was a little bit unsure what to do.
Well, Douglas was out of the attack possibilities. The reception wasn't high enough for Bruno to make a real choice. He had to get it to the first tempo. From that body position is tough for anybody, even for him. And you don't see setters and
Tá
his
inteiro,
level
vai
make
com viagem, tá rodando, beleza? Tá? Hora da definição, tá inteiro, vai com viagem. Aí então melhor.
Certainly helped France out. They lead by 3. Brazil have called the time out.
Senão o cara aqui do meio fica vendido com a pai dessa aqui, tá?
Situation like this, in the 5th set, you're in front by 3. It's only a race to 15. Sort of words for your team just to keep focused on what you're doing, keep away from what the scoreboard's showing.
At 6-9, you still have every chance to win the set. Obviously, you're not the favourite at that moment, but you always feel like you have a chance if you just get the next side out. Bruno goes back to serve, then they get to serve against P1 in 2 rotations.
It's a big, big point for France as Engapeth hammers the ball away.
Straight up set a change that you don't see that often.
Serves again. Wallace gets the side out. The ball had hit the floor. Easy pass for Engapeth to make that allowed Tomiuti to find the room through the middle. France are closer to victory here.
They are pretty close to victory. They have the momentum and the crowd on their side.
Lucas Lowe gets onto it. Free ball for France. Pick up. Another free ball for France. Lucas making the ball over. Douglas back into position. And it's an unforced error from Engapeth. Way to stick in the rally by Brazil.
We often say that our object is just to make them hit one more ball, always make them hit one more. If they hit one more ball, it's another chance for you to block. It's another chance for them to make an error. If you give them 3 free balls in a row, doesn't normally work out your way, but sometimes it does.
Are they clutching at straws here, France? Looking for a block touch. By the way, got a bit of a delay. It's gone through the hands, no touch given.
There's nothing to lose on a challenge like that. You don't waste the time out. Ahead in the set.
Douglas now with the serve for Brazil. Good up by William. And a great put away from Wallace.
That's the first time that Tomiuti set the expected ball. The Brazilians were ready for it and had a great swing from Wallace to win the point. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the next one.
Brazil bringing the horse back. Perhaps not. Nice play from Boyer. Got that swing away before the block could get finished.
It's a really nice fast swing. We'll also be disappointed that he didn't push over earlier on that, but the margins are really small.
Engapeth. Lucas now with the serve. He missed his last serve when he went back. When he gets it right, he's very difficult to deal with. It's a gift for France. Surely now, any doubters supporting France must now be believing that France are going to take this match, but not before Brazil have called a timeout.
The last driver, guys for Del Botto. They still have a shot here, but it's definitely not a big one.
Essa parece se fizer uma bola de esgotamento é bem negócio, tá? E não tem ajuda. Então botar o passezinho centralizado pra gente ter essas opções, tá? Vambora, confiança, bola boa, vambora.
Players back onto court. Leroux gets ready to serve. It's required 2 points to get this victory over Brazil. It's can't play up to the perfect start. Sousa somehow gets that past Legoff. Covering by Rossard. Great blocking by Sousa. And still Brazil not giving up, not giving in.
Rossard against Williams.
Can't make his serve count. It's now match point for France. That's what Brizard coming in. It's a setter-for-setter swap, but it's also about the blocking as well here for France as they try to shut Brazil down. Moyer back to the serving line. Great swing from Wallace. And match point saved. There is a challenge though. Oh, the ball's miles in. We've talked about miles in. I think that's a country mile in.
Rebenikov was really wishing that that one was out.
I think they were just challenging to see how far in it was. Substitution reverse, Brizard's gone off, Tonuti back in. Best chance that France have got to win this one now. One-sided opportunity. Lucas Lowe back to serve for Brazil. It's down! It's over! France have done it, and just as they did in Curitiba in the World League Finals in 2017, they have beaten Brazil by 3 sets to 2. It's a great victory for the hosts here in Lille as they get off to the perfect start.
That is a great win for France. They did it tough through the middle of the match. At the end of the 3rd set, you would have had to say Brazil were favourites to win the match, but they stuck it out. Engelbert and Moyer were excellent for France, but they found their points from other guys in the 5th set.
The injury to Maurizio, crucial in the end.
They had a pretty nice rhythm when Maurizio was in. They had him as a main receiver, let Lucas Lowe do a lot of attacking. It does look like Maurizio's on the court now, he's walking around, so perhaps the injury is not that serious, at least not long term.
We hope to see him back on court very shortly, hopefully for the next game. They'll certainly be needed by Brazil. They now have to win their next game to have any chance potentially of going through to the semi-finals. This is the stats from the match overall. Only 3 points in it in the end. Fantastic performance from France, and we can now hear from the wonderful outside hitter from France, Engapeth, down on court, and we can get to hear what his take on this match was.
Earvin, you have already beaten the reigning Olympic champion. How does that sound? I mean, it's the VNL finals.
Yeah, it's very important for us. Start like this. We start with a lot of pressure, I think, and we don't start very good. But it's important to win also when you play bad. And I'm sorry for Brazil, because they lose one player today, and it was also more easy for us to play because it's one player a lot of important for us. So it's okay. We win 3-2. We are happy, and we continue the competition.
What made the difference in the end? What made the difference?
I don't know. Maybe in defense. Maybe in defense at the end we play very good in defense, and maybe in reception also. They lose. I say to you, they lose one player very good in reception. So the stability wasn't the same, and like this.
Earvin, enjoy the moment. People going crazy there. Thanks.
Indeed, enjoy the moment. They have a victory. Perhaps coming into this one, they may have felt it would have been easier. They were pushed all the way by Brazil, and at one point it was looking as if Brazil may go on to take the game. But it is France who have prevailed. They have their points on the board, and they have kept the fans very happy indeed. The best spikers, Boye, followed by Engapeth. And as you mentioned earlier on, Mark, it has been those two who have led the way for France. And this is where the hit points have been for France. Toniutti spreading the play right across the net. Well, a delighted French team can warm down, and we can have a look at the highlights from the match. Day one complete, 2 games played, and it's France who top Pool A, Russia who top Pool B.